guys, so child, do not mind. Now, this is my gym bag. This is my camera bag, baby. You would think I'm out here making good videos. Maybe I am. Let me not discount or discredit myself. Okay, guys, so I wanted to jump on here really quickly because I did want to answer some questions that I received on TikTok. So I have been an entrepreneur now for years, and it has been an absolute blessing. It really has been a blessing. And because of that, I have gone through a lot. I've experienced a lot. I've come from the mortgage, real estate, credit repair space. And I don't even like to use the word credit repair. Let's be very honest, because baby, the people in the credit repair industry has made people like me look extremely bad. And so it has such a bad relationship with people that it's so hard to even share that piece. But I want to give some people some tips because it's hard out here. Like, it really is hard. And sometimes it's not what you know, but it's who you know. And sometimes the people you know can help you a long way, right? So let me pull out my notes because I don't want to miss anything, but I don't want to over talk because sometimes, baby, I'm a yapper. I'm a yapper. Be around here talking about stuff ain't even on the list. So, and I gotta edit this. So I want to be intentional about staying on the list. So one of the things is credit and managing your credit cards, leveraging your credit cards, and how to be strategic, okay, with your credit cards, okay? So, quick wins that will move your credit needle fast. Pay before the statement closes. If you don't know, paying off the full balance on your credit card will definitely move your credit score very quickly. However, you should already be doing this. You should have one credit card that all of your bills are set on auto pay. Your light bill, your water bill, your cable bill, your internet bill, your cell phone bill, your car note, whatever you can pay on that credit card should be paid on that credit card, and pay the balance off in full. Why? Because you're going to pay it anyway. So why pay it with cash when you can pay it with credit? You only need one credit card to do this. Okay. And always see if you can set up your billing payment to be scheduled on the 15th through the 25th of the month. This allows you to pay your mortgage first. Okay. And then everything else you can pay with that following pay period, and nothing would ever get paid late because you're paying it with your credit card, and then you have your credit card bill set up to be paid late in the month. Okay. Try to keep all of your credit utilizations in between 30%, under 30%, but if you can keep it under 10, cool beans, right? And then ask for credit limit increases when paying down. Now, this is where it gets tricky, okay? I'm going to go back to that because I got a trick for you. Never close old cards. I have the first secured credit card that I ever got when I was 19. It got like $1,300 on it. And what? I use it for gas. I sure do. It's not a secure card anymore. It is a credit card. However, it started as a secure card. And then boom, boom, and boom. Okay? Boom, boom, and boom. All right, so the next thing is, once you have a credit card, right, and you've paid it down, right, don't close it. Ask for a credit increase, right, after you've paid it down. Same math, faster results. Capital One, American Express, and Discover often do soft pull increases. However, Citibank and Chase typically do a hard pull before submitting. So make sure your credit score is where you want to be, because there's a difference between a soft pull and a hard pull. Okay. Next thing, never close your old cards. Again, which we said that. Becoming an authorized user on someone who has a seasoned or low credit score. Low credit usage card. We're going to talk about that one in another video. Only do it if you need to, but if you don't need to, just do what you got to do. Don't depend on anyone else. And if you're going to do it, don't actually give somebody the credit card. Okay. That's a two-way street. Skip the 609 letter. Okay. The hype that's going around on TikTok talking about this 609 letter. It is not a magic deletion letter. Like, bitch, if it was real, everybody would use it. Like, if it's not real, okay? Anyways, excuse my French. Here is the trick. Balance transfer checks. So you're going to take one credit card. Let's say you have 4, right? You're going to write them all down. You're going to have your Chase, your Bank of America, your American Express, and your Citi card, right? Boom, 4 credit cards. You might have a 500 available on one, 1,000 available on another, 3,000 available on another, 5,000 available on another, hell, or 1,000, whatever, available. Write down what's available on each card. Then you're going to write down how much you owe. You owe 1,000 here, you owe 2,000 here, you owe 1,700 here, you owe 9,000 here. Let's just say write down what you owe, what you have available. Then you're going to contact each one of those companies and you're going to request balance transfer checks. Okay, say, hey, I have a balance, I want to transfer over. Can I get a balance transfer? You know, you have $500 here, you have 1,000 here, you have 2,000 here, you have 3,000 here. Whatever those numbers are, you have it available, right? You're going to ask for balance transfer checks to be sent to you so that you can use them the way you want. You don't want them to pay it for you. You want to use it the way you want to use it. Now, what you're going to do is when you get those checks, you're going to look at your credit cards that have these balances, and the one that has the highest amounts, right? Let's say on this one that you owe 9,000 to, you're not going to do any damage using those balance transfer checks on them. Leave it alone. But the one that you have that 1,000, that 2,000, that 1,500, that 1,700, those balances, figure out where you can move them over to with 0 to 1% interest, 1.99, 2.99% interest. You're going to be able to get 0%, 1.99%, or 2.99% interest rates on those balances. So instead of paying 29, 27, 25, 30% interest over here, you're going to have 0, 1.99, 2.99%. Move those smaller balances that you have over to the balance transfer check. Now, yes, that is going to max out those cards over there. However, after you see those balances from over here has transferred from over here over there, you're going to then take the same amount on this side, and that one that you might have only had 500, move it over here. Now, instead of paying 29% interest, you're paying 0. Instead of paying 27, you're paying 0. You're moving all of the balances from one card to another. That makes the most strategic sense to move over to 0%, 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever percentage that is better than 30%. Okay, bitch, like the fuck. Get it from over there over here. Okay, now that it's moved, you still owe the same amount, but you owe the same amount with a lower interest. The ones that have 0%, the ones that have 1 and 2%, knock those out the next month. Knock the balances out that you can that has the smaller interest on them. Knock it out. You can focus on knocking those out to bring those balances down to 0, or you can spend your effort and energy focusing on that $9,000 one that's at a higher percent interest, putting the most amount that you can put on that particular credit card, and all of the other ones that has those lower interest rates, putting the bare minimal amount that you can put on them because you have more time to pay them off and you want to focus on your larger card. Okay, I think I gave y'all a lot. Hopefully, if you follow what I was saying in the chat, drop some money signs or some money bags or something because you followed what I was saying. Okay. The play is move the balances from that 27% card to that 0% interest card. And typically those 0% interests or 1.99 or 2.99 will have a 12 to 21 month period on it. And then attack your principals on the higher ones. Just like I said, I want to make sure I wasn't missing nothing. Watch for the transfer fees. Usually there is a 3 to 5% transfer fee. So there will be at times, if you're moving a 10 With moving like a $10,000 balance, girl, you could have up to a $300 to $500 fee. But most people won't be moving that much, so your fee is going to be anywhere from $30, $50, $70, $80. That's still cheaper than the interest you would be paying long term. You generally cannot transfer between two cards from the same issuer. So again, you're going to move something from your Chase to from Chase to Chase won't work, but from Chase to Citi, from Chase to Bank of America, from Wells Fargo to here, it works. Okay, so you can't do it from one card to another. If I have two Chase cards, it's not going to work. I've got to take my Chase, move it to my Amex, take my Amex, move it to my Chase, take my Chase, move it to my USAA. I got to play the game that way. Okay, 0% intro rate on your APR equals deferred interest. Retail stores and finance stores often use deferred interest terminology instead. Okay. All right. Now, the trap. The trap is paying off the card with a transfer, then returning card A back up. Now you have two balances, freezing the old interest and making it work for you. Okay. Also consider using a 401k loan as well. Okay. So personal loans and 401k rate comparisons plus credit card hardship programs, which can drop your APR to a single digit if you qualify. So reach out to those credit card companies if you don't qualify for a balance transfer check and ask them about your 401k rate comparison or credit card program hardship programs. These are not going to close your credit card. You should ask that question because every credit card situation is different. However, ask about the program. If the program is available, do some conversations and some considerations and some deep diving with yourself or the person that is helping you pay the bills and figure out which structure is going to be best for you. Okay. Now, what to actually say when you call the credit card companies, honeys, if you've watched this far, then I've already put it on the screen. So if you watch this far in the video, what you should tell the credit card companies or ask them will be screenshotted on the screen. Okay, friend? Just screenshot that and take it and, use it the way you want it. Now, the new rules changes are that you should know when it comes to credit card is going to be related to medical debt. It's also going to be related to buy here, pay here loan or cars or things like that. And it's to be related to rent and utilities that you owe debts on could count on your credit score. So I will talk about these in my next video because, girl, we already done dropped like 15 minutes of conversation about this, and hopefully you stayed to hear it all. With that being said, you girls, y'all already know my name is Ladie. Okay, so thank you for joining Life with Ladie. So far, we have been to Hot Works today. We've went to Kava. We've been to the post office. I've done some work in between there that you guys just didn't see, just because I needed to take care of some things. I've been on the phone. I've also been going back and forth about my car insurance. Because, honey, yeah, we need to talk about car insurance on another video. But I figured I'd bring some of my expertise to you guys. With that being said, thank you for joining Life with Ladie. And I'll pick you guys back up at the house because, baby, we have packages that we need to open or that we've already opened, but we need to talk about. Okay, friend? I'll see you in a minute. Bye. Hold on. Wait. I don't know if I ever told you to subscribe. Yeah. Come. I don't know if I said, but yeah, come on. Subscribe. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.